Hey guys, just done finishing cleaning up the Freelander, so I thought I might as well do a quick update on the Raptor Paint that I did, as well as the EGR. So this is going to sort of update both of those. It's taken me a while to get around to this, but I thought I might as well do it now whilst I was out here and it was clean. So let's have a quick look at everything. Okay, so here we are with the Raptor painted Freelander. Like I say, it's just all these black sections that were painted with it. This is just sort of a 2-month update on the paintwork and how I've been living with it, how I felt it's helped off-road, how I feel it's to maintain, and do I think it's worth it to do it to a vehicle. So first question, sort of how has it been sort of living with it? Pretty easy. I haven't really felt any difference in the Freelander since doing it in terms of having to look after it, having to look after the paint in any different way. I managed to clean it just now, and I've cleaned it with a sponge. I was thinking maybe it might rip the sponge to pieces, but it didn't. It's just as easy to clean as a normal car. So there's no real difference there. And in terms of overall effect, it's kept all of the colour. As you can tell, all the wheel arches and the roof here are jet black still. So one of my friends actually came up with quite a good sort of not analogy, saying they basically look brand new, which is quite nice because a lot of these Freelanders suffer from a lot of grey fade on the plastics, so having them basically look brand new from a distance is always a really nice effect. When you're walking towards it in the car park, it does look brand new. So although I didn't get quite the sort of 99% light absorbing effect of that black 3.0 from the original video, I feel it's done enough that the plastics basically look brand new, which is really nice. It's really refreshed the look of the Freelander, and then when you come up nice and close, you can see all the sort of nice textured finish that it gave it as well. So it's done a really good job. And I'm really happy with the job that I did, especially my first time spraying. I was really quite happy with the effect that it gave and sort of the overall performance as well. So in terms of off-roading, it has definitely helped. I've noticed quite a significant difference. I don't know if this camera's going to pick up on any of the scratches I've got on the door panels here. I've obviously just cleaned it, so I don't know if there's more on the driver's side, but again, they kind of hide on silver paint. There's some along here. You might see some of those there. There's quite a few scratches on this silver paint now, and this paint has held out wonderfully. There isn't a single scratch on it. And they've gone through the exact same terrain. So very happy with that, and they're definitely holding out and doing the job that they were supposed to do for Raptor Paint. In terms of things that I'm not happy with, it's all down to what I did on the day. So a couple of bits here where I've gone off of this. I haven't quite masked it up well enough, and I've got a little patch there. I've got a little patch here where I've gone out of the masking zone. You probably saw the 1 minute ago down here. I've got a few speckles running up here and a patch here, and I've got a patch underneath here as well. So that's entirely down to me and not masking off correctly, not thinking that it was going to overspray as much as that. That was from spraying this section and going up to here. I really didn't think it was going to overspray like that, but it did. And I think I had a few speckles on the bonnet, but I managed to get most of those off, and the windscreen as well. But I've managed to get pretty much all of those off now, just sort of chipping them away. And then the only other thing, again, entirely down to me, is just under here. There's a little lip where I can get my fingernail in, and it just flexes the paint a little bit right there. And again, that is entirely down to me not sanding down underneath here. This was a last minute decision to spray this bit. I thought, well, if I'm spraying this, I'm going to spray this down these arms and make this bit the same as well, so it all matches in. And I just missed that bottom bit here. I've had a really good play around with it, and I really don't think it's going to come off. It's nicely sealed all around here. This bit doesn't move at all. It's just that little lip somewhere in around here where I can just get my fingernail underneath it. But again, that is entirely down to me. But I don't think it's going to affect it in any way. It hasn't affected it yet, and it's been bashed around quite a bit when I go off-roading. So I am happy with that job still. It's just sort of minor things to sort of learn from going forward. If I am to do another job next year. Hint, hint, there may be a job planned. But don't want to give too much away yet, unless you follow my Instagram, then you probably know where I'm going with this. But yeah, all in all, very, very happy with the Raptor paint. I'm really happy with the effect it's given, and I'm not really finding it any harder to look after than normal paint. It washes and waxes up like any other paint on the car. Like I say, I've done the whole thing today with a sponge, and there's been no difference in cleaning, this paint to this paint. And it's kept all of the colour, which is one thing I'm really happy with. So, other than that, it's just going to be going forward and seeing where we take it from here. But yeah. So my EGR delete is still on there. It's still nicely connected in. All of these pipes have stayed on nicely. Like I say, the guy who I was chatting to at AliSport did mention obviously the little lip there is more than enough to hold it, and it has been. It hasn't moved a millimetre since I put it on there. So screw that down tight, and it hasn't moved a millimetre since it's been on there. I've had no issues with this pipe at all. What I've noticed since is the throttle has been a bit more responsive when pulling away, and I am definitely getting more fuel economy. So that's one of the major things that I was looking at with this, was the fuel economy aspect of it. I have maybe a road trip planned for next year, something to look forward to. And looking at the mileage on that trip and the amount of MPG that I've gained on motorway travelling, I'm looking to basically pay off this kit just in that one trip alone. So basically every year I'm paying this thing off 2 or 3 times. So it's definitely been quite a valuable asset to the Freelander. I think when I was looking at it before, I was getting sort of mid-30s, maybe a little bit higher. Since doing it, I did a motorway stint. I have done a minor service, and I've got another one coming up again soon, just around the same sort of time. So there's other elements that play into it, but I think it's definitely one of the biggest contributing factors to it. On a motorway stint, I was looking at just over 40 mpg. So it's quite a big improvement, really, when you think about it on a larger scale over the next couple of years, 10 years. So that's going to save me quite a lot of money, and I think on that road trip as well, that's going to be quite useful. So on a single road trip, if I'm saving sort of 60 odd quid's worth of fuel, it's quite useful, and I think it's going to continue to do that as well. So all the while it's going to be cleaning everything up inside here. I may or may not have something planned with these hoses as well. That's something else to look forward to. I don't want to give too much away with what I've got coming up planned for this thing. You can ignore that one for now. But there's quite a few things that are going to be happening soon with this Freelander. But yeah, just an update with everything that's been done. It's been a couple of months since I've done the EGR, it's been a couple of months since I've done this Raptor Paint. And I'm just really thankful to both the guys who helped me out with both those projects. So I'll probably put links down in the description for all the stuff they provided me with, where to get it, how to get it, and then I'll probably link my videos as well, just to show how I did it. But yeah, some couple of really exciting projects coming up. Hey guys, hope you liked that video. It was just a quick update on the jobs that I did before. Like I said at the beginning, is it worth it doing these? For me, 100%. I've really enjoyed doing both of them. I've never done either of those kind of jobs before, so it's really nice to see how to get them done and what was involved in doing it as well. There's definitely a lot more than I was expecting, especially with that Raptor paint. But again, I definitely look forward to seeing if I can do it again. Definitely got something big planned for next year, so it's definitely worthwhile keeping an eye out for that, because it's going to be a bit bigger than what I've done before. But yeah, both the paint and the EGR are holding out really well, and I like seeing it every day as well. That Raptor paint, I must admit, it's quite cool coming out and seeing just something a little bit different about it. That's you don't see all that often. So yeah, really like that, and the EGR is definitely helping out. Like I said before, I definitely am saving fuel. It's definitely a bit smoother. It's definitely nicer on the throttle. So you can feel like, I know that the chap from AliSport actually commented on the video before, mentioning how over time it's going to clean things up, and you genuinely can tell that, which is actually quite nice. It's one of those sort of things that you every day you don't really necessarily notice it day to day, but when you sort of take an overall view of things, you do realize there's been quite a big change. So that's been really nice, and I've got some more stuff planned to do to the engine and things as well. So yeah, no, really both positives, and definitely worth doing. So I'll put some links down in the bottom for both the products that I use in those, and hopefully helps out a few of you guys and gets you guys involved as well. But yeah, other than that, yeah, see you again.